This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Through the years, NASCAR fans have complained about tons of things. One of the main topics of their displeasure being Cup Series drivers racing in the lower series. But there's always been exceptions, mainly with Dale Earnhardt Jr. racing in the then Busch Series. And in 2006, he did that 5 times, winning 2 of those 5 races. One of those was at Michigan in controversial fashion. I actually made a video about this a while back. But the other win came at Daytona in the summer. While it looks like a boring mid-2000s race on paper, it's a bit more interesting when you look at it more. Starting the race from 9th position, Earnhardt looked to be strong early, but in the opening laps, he didn't look to have the dominant car. Actually, J.J. Yaley's number 18 car led the way to start the day. Junior methodically marched forward. While Junior tried to get the lead from Yaley in the first parts of the race, Denny Hamlin actually passed them both and took the lead. So Junior had to regroup and charge forward once again. On the high side, he actually held serve on his own against the inside line who was drafting.
As Junior's going to try and make it stick into turn 3, but don't know if he's going to get there.
Just seems like right now, as you spoke a while ago, that yellow line is your friend. It's your friend to protect the bottom. Looks like it's your friend to continue to have the lead of the race. He continues to fight up there on the high side.
Who's going to lead this lap? Hamlin. Can Junior lead this lap? Little bobble by Hamlin coming off 4. Advantage at the line. Dale Jr.
See how Junior tried to get out away from him?
Not by yourself. 2 back to that line helping you. Still inside, 3 rows deep.
He almost brushed the wall right there.
They are using every inch of this racetrack, and that just tells you there's not a lot of grip out there. Up high there is.
He got a good run off turn 2 on the high side, and he's actually going to be able to fall in front of Denny Hamlin in the 20 car.
After a hard charge, Earnhardt assumed control of the race, and the race calmed down a bit, going single file for a lot. Groups were starting to form up throughout the pack. Back in the early to mid-2000s, the old Gen 4 plate packages in both the Cup and Busch Series would commonly see a broken up pack. But what wasn't normal was when a car would literally break away from the pack on their own.
Jeff Hammond, let's talk a little bit about the way Dale Earnhardt Jr. has taken control of this race.
Well, right now, he's got it from the top side. He was talking how loose his car was. But I think talking to Tony Eury Sr., he's going to let Pop know exactly what he needs to do the first time this car comes to pit road. They'll make some adjustments and get it back where he can go to the bottom of the racetrack. But right now, he's just out there cruising, and I think this is where experience comes into play. He recognized early he needed to get up top, keep that car, under him. He's done a really good job so far of keeping it wide open. A lot of guys can't keep up with it.
Yeah, Dale Jr. was able to pull away half a second without the pack catching him in the draft. When the broadcast came back from commercial at lap 28, he was even further ahead. Jr. had the high side hooked up. By the 30th lap, he was 3 seconds ahead of second place driver Carl Edwards. The key was that he could stay full throttle while the rest of the field had to let off in the corners. Before the pre-2011 Daytona repave, the track was exceptionally rough. Handling was imperative, and the number 8 DEI team knew how to do that more than anything. Make a restrictor plate car handle well and be fast. The 8 car was so dominant that he began lapping the back of the pack like it was at a 1.5-mile race instead of a super speedway race. Close to the halfway point, green flag pit stops would begin. Earnhardt was one that didn't have to be one of the first takers. He didn't really need to because he was so far ahead he wouldn't really lose that much track position. This could help him later on as his fuel mileage gain would be better as he pitted at the halfway point instead of around 5 laps earlier like everyone else. Tony Eury Sr. had the strategy figured out.
Got Dale Earnhardt Jr. on his way down to his pit box. 4 different teams as the 66 crew members are running down pit road to push their car. 4 different teams came to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s pit to see exactly when he was going to hit pit road. The 66 team pushing their car back. Junior stops a little long in the box. You can see the track bar adjustment being made.
Well, Edwards can't get in his pit, Matt.
With pit stops cycled out, Junior was even further ahead. at least until the yellow flag flew for the first time of the night for debris. With that, a 13-second lead was evaporated. With the field bunched back up, calamity would follow. Due to the extensive cleanup, the field was under a brief red flag. Junior kept leading when the field went back to yellow and green, but due to continued cautions, he couldn't get another long run to help him gap the field like before. But he still held serve as the leader, and it was pretty much unchallenged. With a few laps left, though, Junior radioed to his crew that he was feeling a tire go down. Could just be bad luck, or could it be something actually true? Well, they just had to basically run it out to find out. A late caution only made the worries go up, though, as a green-white checker would follow.
Green flag will next see the white, and if we go caution-free, it'll be the checker.
Glad you threw that in there.
That if?
That if.
You see Carl Edwards in the 60 car going to the high side. This is a battle for fifth with Mike Wallace in the one.
Single file restart. Kyle Busch had to start at the tail end.
But look at the run J.J. Yaley got in the 18 car. He's going to go by both of them down the back straightaway. There you see Earnhardt Jr. putting the block on Vickers twice down the back straightaway.
Denny Hamlin in trouble. No caution. If the caution waves, the race is over.
I think it's got a wave. There's cars all over the place.
Hamlin's moving.
White flag.
Junior by 2 car lengths. But Vickers is there, and he has Harvick tied tight to his bumper.
Boy, that was a mighty aggressive block there by Junior going into one.
Daryl, he's driving the thing out the rearview mirror about as much as he is out the windshield. Now, there are those two Children's cars to the high side off turn 2.
Junior just got a sick whale of a run off of the turn 2 that time. I just don't think they can get to him.
3 ahead of that group in your mirror. Everybody's nose to tail.
Junior stretching it out. That leaves 4 cars to fight for second. Here comes Yaley back, the pole sitter, trying to break into the top 4. And off the final turn, Dale Earnhardt Jr. scores his 21st NASCAR Busch Series victory.
Junior led 88 of 103 laps and then burned down the house.
A familiar sight in Daytona, an Earnhardt in victory lane. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a dominating performance. In fact, so dominating in his burnout celebration, broke the transmission.
Broke the transmission, turning all those RPM, and all of a sudden the car just kind of like quit running, quit pulling, and it's kind of like we're stuck right there on the start-finish line. Not a bad place to be stuck, though.
That's a good place to be stuck. You'll see him in action on Fox tomorrow night, of course. 88 of the 103 laps as Dick Berggren is down there with the winner. Dick?
Yeah, this is a first. How about this?
Yeah, well, I broke my transmission. I was shifting on my burnout there. I was trying to get to fourth, see if I could burn it all the way to fourth, but had a great car. It's actually stuck in gear. We'd be pushing it to the victory lane. That was pretty awesome. I know that wasn't probably the race these guys might have tuned in to see, but I had such a good car, and I just had to hold it to the mat, man, and do what I could do with it. And there at the end, the competition got better. We tightened our car up a little bit too much, and but we were able to hold them off.
Yeah, but tell me about the end of this race. Here you are, not sure about your right front tire. You're over 180 miles an hour, a thundering herd behind you. Where do you get the courage to stick your leg in it at a time like that?
That thing's safe. You know, you got to believe in how safe these cars are built, and if it's gonna wreck, it's gonna wreck. What else you gonna do? I get paid pretty good to stick it out. So, just real happy we didn't have the flat tire, because I got loose and about right down there with coming to the caution, and man, it was a handful. It was really, really loose all night, but the race was fun for me. Hopefully next year will be a little more competitive. They needed to bring a little bit better tire. The tire was a little hard.
Congratulations.
Thanks
5 wins. Congratulations. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the crowd behind him loves it. Steve.
Fun fact, NASCAR and Daytona actually were none too happy with Fox pit reporter Dick Berggren's interview. Back then, the front stretch interviews weren't the scripted messes they are in 2021. They actually rarely happened. Junior would get one more Busch win after this race, though, in 2006. And speaking of winning, another place you can win is with today's sponsor, Squarespace. So I don't do this very often where I'm the one that's on screen during my own videos, but when I do, it's about something important, and it's about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is a website building and hosting service that allows you to do a multitude of different things on your own website, and it has a multitude of different uses too. You can make domains, email campaigns, as well as just interact with other members of a community you can build together. I know that one area I'm going to be using when it comes to using Squarespace is definitely going to be building up a community option. I love being able to interact with all of you, so to be able to do that on another platform is something I'm just really thankful for. But not only that, I want to see some of you guys come and join me. So go over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, just go to squarespace.com/theiceberg to save 10% off of your first purchase on the website domain. And until next time, have a good one. And with that, I'll pass this all on to you. What's the most dominant NASCAR race you've ever watched? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're at it, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more great NASCAR content like this, or you can even join the channel memberships option. So until next time, have a good one.